In a peaceful little village, where morning smelled of daisies and dew, lived a curious duckling named Ducky. While other ducks splashed and played, Ducky saw something different. He saw colors, the pink of sunrise, the blue shimmer of the pond, the golden dust in the air. All spoke to his heart. One morning, he pressed a fallen flower petal onto a white paper. When he lifted it, there it was, his very first piece of art. A few days later, wandering near the farmer's old barn, Ducky found a dusty box full of forgotten treasures, brushes, paints, and tiny jars of color. Curious, he dipped his beak into blue paint. Sneeze. Splashes went everywhere. Across the floor danced a swirl of color, bright, wild, beautiful, and for the first time, Ducky laughed. Maybe this is what I was born to do. But not everyone agreed. When the other ducks saw his colorful floor, they quacked with laughter. Paint. Ducks don't paint, they jeered. Ducky's little heart sank. That night, he sat alone by the pond, watching the colors of sunset fade into darkness. Maybe they were right. Maybe he was just being silly. The next morning, a little girl named Lily wandered by. She saw the painted barn floor and gasped. Who made this? It's beautiful. Ducky peeked shyly from behind a bucket. When Lily realized the artist was him, her smile lit up the barn. You're a real artist, she whispered. And from that day, Ducky painted again. Skies, flowers, ponds, friends, filling the world with joy and color. Lily had an idea, a small art event where everyone, human or animal, could share their creativity. She called it the Tiny Art Show. Posters fluttered through the village. People laughed, curious. A duck artist. That's new. But Ducky didn't care. He painted every day, brushing dreams onto every canvas. Birds helped hang his tiny frames. Squirrels carried brushes in their tails. The whole forest believed in him. The night before the big day, the barn glowed with candlelight. Ducky looked at his paintings, rows of beauty, of courage, of color. But deep inside, he trembled. What if no one comes? What if they laugh again? He closed his eyes and whispered to the stars. Tomorrow, I'll show them what colors mean. Morning came bright and golden. The village square transformed into a magical little gallery. Tiny easels stood on wooden tables. Paintings of ponds, sunsets, and smiling ducks glowed in the light. Villagers gathered, eyes wide with wonder. Lily stood on the stage and called out, Everyone, meet Ducky. The little artist with the biggest heart. Applause filled the air. Then Ducky waddled forward, dipped his brush into the paint, and began to create. Each stroke shimmered with feeling. Blues of freedom, yellows of hope, reds of courage. The crowd grew silent, watching colors swirl into wings, water, and light. And when he finished, the painting revealed a radiant heart, the story of his journey. A child whispered, He paints how happiness feels. The villagers cheered. Lily crowned Ducky with a tiny sunflower petal medal. Even the ducks who once laughed joined him to paint. The sky blazed with orange light as laughter and color filled the square. That day, everyone learned that art can come from the most unexpected hearts. As evening fell, the pond shimmered with reflected colors. Ducky painted one last picture of the sky melting into gold. Lily watched, smiling, while the ducks swam happily around him. The wind carried his colors across the water like dreams, and from that day on, the pond became an open-air gallery where nature and art lived together. Art isn't about who holds the brush. It's about who dares to dream in color.